Hello again. We've got some more macros this time for line editing. And what have we got here? First of all, we've got increment, number increment. So if you've got numbers that need increasing, you can place the where's my text? Here it is. You can place the cursor in front of somewhere in front of a number and run the macro, and it goes along the line and increments the number, finds the next number and increments it. You can increment it a number of times, or you can use number decrement to go the other way, and it will still work with large numbers. So if the date's wrong, you can change that. Okay, now if you've got Vancouver numbering, for example, like here, and if we decide the numbering is incorrect, someone's removed a number and we have to sort of shunt them all up by one or down by one or whatever, we can use the number decrement or increment. But what we can also do is, if we just use instant find to find each of these Vancouver numbers, so we can jump to the next. I could do it manually. I could jump to the next one and increment that one, jump to the next one and increment that one using find forwards. However, you can put two macros together, as I have done in this macro here called inc jump, which is a very complicated macro, which consists of, here we go, call number increment, that's the macro I was just showing you, and call find forward. So it's doing, in one macro, it's running two other macros, increment the number and jump to the next one. So let's try using that one. So if I'm here and I run that one, it jumps to the next one and increments it and jumps to the next one, and so on. What I haven't shown you is that if we find the first one, there it is, in the macro itself, the instruction here is jump so and so. So if I wanted to jump by 3, a set of numbers I wanted to jump by 3, then I could use that. So I can go for that one, I can jump to the next one, increment by 3, and so on. Another place where it's useful is if you've got a list here and you've got that you're taking 2 out, so then it's just sort of click to go back, click, just run the macro a couple of times for each one. So next let's look at some headings, and that's in sentence case, but if you want a capitalized version, then you can just click that, and it knows that acronyms like BBC and ITV have to remain, and you can jump from one to the other using, I use my Smart Finder. Let's just show you the macro names here. There we go. So we've got what have we got? Title heading kappa and heading sentence case, that's going the other way, and I'm using I used instant find up just now to find those square brackets. Smart Finder, so I'll use that. So if I want to find the next heading, I use Smart Finder H for heading, and so it jumps down from heading to heading. So I can go through the headings and make them, if it's to go sentence case, next heading, well that's the other way, so let's go to caps, 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 caps. So you can go through those quite quickly by jumping from heading to heading. We also want to tag the headings perhaps, so we've got tag A and B. So if we jump to the next heading, we want to tag that, then I use A, jump to the next, tag A, jump to the next, tag A, and so on. Obviously there's tag B and tag C for the different levels of heading. Tag DQ, have we got, what have we got? Somewhere I've got, found it, look, here it is. So that's a quotation which I want to tag as being a displayed quotation. So if if I use tag DQ, then that macro, let's just go back so you can see what it's done. It's added those DQs and it's taken out the quotation marks and it's removed the italics. So do that again. So it does those at one snatch. Then we've got tag list. So if I click in the first line of a numbered list and do tag list, then it knows its numbers, so it's put NLs. If it's a bulleted one, the same macro produces BLs, and if it's a lettered list, it puts LLs for lettered list. Obviously you can change those codes. They're just set up in the macro, so you can have, if your publisher uses different codes, that's fine. And the other thing we might want to do with lists is maybe we don't want semicolons, so that's the things you can do are, so it's all part of the same sentence, so we don't want uppercases and we don't want colons, so we've got list lowercase no punctuation. So if I run that for each line, so I go 1 and it takes out the, goes to lowercase and gets rid of the semicolon, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's taken out the full stop, which it wasn't supposed to, but if I got that macro working properly it would have left the full stop there, but for some reason or other it didn't quite. But anyway, that's one of those things, and I'm not stopping and re-recording the macro. So then the converse of that is list lowercase semicolon, so that's putting in the semicolons, which I won't do because that macro will almost certainly go wrong as well. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.